Video, we will guide you through all aspects of installing Sharpline System 90 backlit fascia. Since 1976, Sharpline has been a leading designer and manufacturer of vinyl graphic image products for a variety of markets. The company's mission is recognized for its superior quality, innovative design, and state-of-the-art technology. This notable reputation is known to Sharpline's customers, whom are leaders themselves within the industries of C-store and petroleum operations, retailing, recreational vehicles, marine, and automotive restyling. Sharpline's manufacturing facilities and corporate offices are headquartered in Wichita, Kansas. This central location has always complemented Sharpline's product offering and affordability. As an ISO 9001 certified organization, an average of 300 employees collectively market and manufacture a wide range of products in a 134,000 square foot facility. It is inclusive of an in-house graphic design department and company-wide computerized logistics system. Manufacturing capabilities range from traditional rotary striping and flat screen printing to rotary screen printing, thermal die cutting, and computer cutting. Digital direct graphics and dimensional graphic products name two more of Sharpline's state-of-the-art technologies. In addition, as featured in this video, illuminated and non-illuminated fascia systems are designed and manufactured with a variety of different profiles and specification requirements. Backed with quality, innovation, and expertise, Sharpline's products promote and enhance their customers' public image worldwide. Sharpline System 90, the industry's most advanced illuminated fascia system, is also the most complete. Bright and even illumination is an important element of System 90's engineering design. System 90's standard module projects only 12 inches for optimum illumination and performance. The critical placement and power of daylight high-output fluorescent lamps create a consistent light source that diminishes shadows and hot spots. System 90's modular cabinets are constructed of aluminum framework with rust-proof components and gasket tops for a long life in any climate. Access for service and maintenance is easily accomplished by removal of the top panels and spring-loaded bottom panels. Quality vinyl graphic lamination of vibrant translucence on a durable and flexible substrate visually identify a company's image. With color-matched corporate colors and computerized graphic imaging, the logo and stripe design all tied together onto one continuous fascia roll, thus pre-spacing copy and logos without any physical interruption. The patented self-adjusting spring tensioning design ensures a smooth, taut face long after initial installation. System 90 has been designed with enough flex to stand up to harsh winds and extreme weather conditions, yet remaining virtually maintenance-free. Field tensioning of the flexible face provides the advantage of precise site adjustment. Sharpline's uniquely designed flexible fascia carrier makes face installation quick and easy with less manpower needed. Fully illuminated outside corners cap off any fascia banding for a clean and professional look. As the originators, Sharpline engineered these corners with a narrow 3/8 inch wide clear polycarbonate vertical. Therefore, the flexible face remains supported as it wraps the corner and light continues to shine through. Pre-engineered, pre-wired, and fully self-contained cabinets are ready for installation as soon as delivered on site. Sharpline assembles and packages each custom fascia system as complete as possible. To minimize your installation time and effort, every nut, bolt, lamp, cabinet, and flexible fascia is included. A job packet containing the site's individual plot plan, installation manual, and packing list is included in each shipment to guide the installation. It is important to verify structure dimensions at the job site for accuracy and completely review the installation manual instructions before starting any installation. Sharpline System 90 is manufactured in accordance with Underwriters Laboratories Standard 48 for electrical signs. Upon shipment, each modular cabinet bears the appropriate UL labeling to comply with all building codes. Manufactured, packaged, and priced inclusive of all ballasts, secondary wiring, fluorescent lamps, lamp fixtures, flexible face, and hardware. Top and bottom access panels are pre-fitted for ease of placement and alignment. Each self-contained job is secured with extra care on sturdy wooden pallets for shipment and delivery to the destination of your choice. Installation instructions. Topics to be covered for installation of System 90 Flexible Backlit Fascia System include Installation Manual, Site Information Form, Hardware List, Tool List, Cabinet Installation, Cabinet Corner Installation, Electrical Information and Troubleshooting, Flexible Fascia Carrier Assembly, Flexible Face Installation, Trim, Tops and Spring Cover Installation, Cold Weather Advisory, Care and Maintenance, Installation Summary. Installation Manual. The Site Information Form located on the inside front cover of the Installation Manual is a very useful tool for the installation crew, electrician, canopy fabricator, general contractor, and especially the owner or operator of the facility System 90 is installed. Hardware List. Review and gather the necessary hardware detailed in the hardware list on page 3 of the Installation Manual. Hardware included from the factory. Top joint plates, 5/16 inch by 2.5 inch bolts, washers, and nuts. Z mounting clips. Tension springs, 1/2 inch by 10/24 flathead Phillips screws. 1/2 inch lathe trim screws, 3/4 inch by 10/16 screws, 1/4 inch by 72 inch plated steel rods, DHO fluorescent lamps, 1 can of touch-up paint. Suggested hardware not provided by Sharpline. 1/4 inch by 14 hex head self-drilling screws are recommended to secure the Z-clip to the structure when applicable. Number 10 by 3/4 inch hex washer head self-drilling screws are recommended to secure the Z-clip to the sign cabinet. Tool list. Review and gather the necessary tools detailed in the tool list on page 4 of the Installation Manual. Tools provided by Sharpline. 1 pair of horizontal flexible fascia stretchers. 1 flexible fascia carrier. Stretchers and a flexible fascia carrier are provided with System 90 shipments. Upon return of these tools to Sharpline, a credit of $350 will be issued against the original invoice. Return tools in the original container provided to Sharpline Converting Incorporated. Attention Graphic Structures Department. The 1-inch aluminum rod is disposable to make return shipment of tools convenient. Required tools not provided by Sharpline. Bolt cutters. Awls. 3/16 inch Allen wrench. Clamps. Utility knife. 1/2 inch open-end wrench. 1/2 inch socket and ratchet, and a drill. Cabinet installation. Plot plan review. Refer to the plot plan for exact cabinet placement on the structure. Cabinet locations are labeled alphabetically on the plot plan and correspond directly to labels placed on the inside of each cabinet. Remember, always verify the exact measurement of the facility against the dimensions on the plot plan. Contact Sharpline immediately if the dimensions do not correspond. Cabinet installation. First, begin by establishing a horizontal reference line on the building or canopy for alignment of the sign cabinets. Every installation is different. The structure may have a reference point the sign cabinets need to line up with. Locate Cabinet A on the plan view of the installation plot plan. Start the installation with Cabinet A. 2 Z-clips per vertical rib section are required. First, butt a Z-clip up to the back top 1-inch square tubing next to a vertical rib structure. Use a number 10 by 3/4 inch hex washer head self-drilling screw in the pre-drilled hole of the clip to secure it to the cabinet. Then drill a pilot hole through the back skin of the cabinet and into the structure. Use a recommended fastener to secure the clip to the structure. Next, install a Z-clip butted down on the bottom 1-inch square tubing next to the vertical rib structure. This will secure the cabinet in place while the remaining clips are installed at each vertical rib structure. After the first cabinet is installed, position the next cabinet adjacent to the first cabinet using the alignment tabs to guide the cabinets together. The cabinets are bolted together with 4 5/16 inch by 2.5 inch bolts using a flat washer on each side of the square tubing. Tighten the bolts securely and evenly. Over-tightening may cause square tubing to collapse. Corner installation. Corners are of 4 basic designs. A square seamless outside corner is manufactured with a 3/8 inch clear acrylic vertical support. This design allows a continuous run of flexible fascia to wrap around the corner. No trim is required and the corner is fully illuminated. A square seamed outside corner is manufactured with an aluminum vertical support for attachment of the flexible fascia. This design allows the start and stop of the flexible fascia at the corner. A color-coordinated trim piece is provided to cap the attachment of the flexible fascia. A square seamed inside corner is manufactured with 2 aluminum vertical supports for attachment of the flexible fascia. This design is used on all inside corner applications. A color-coordinated trim piece is provided to cap the attachment of the flexible fascia. A round seamless outside corner is manufactured using a custom-formed extrusion. There is no vertical support for the flexible fascia required. This design allows a continuous run of flexible fascia to wrap around the corner. No trim is required and the corner is fully illuminated. All corners are pre-drilled and bolted to a cabinet. When attaching the adjacent cabinet, use the alignment tabs to guide the corner and cabinet together. Use a file as necessary at all cabinet joints on the outermost edge of the aluminum extrusion to ensure a flush fit and prevent puckers in the flexible fascia installation. Electrical information. Electrical hookup. Schedule an electrician to be on site the day of installation. Review electrical information on page 9 of the installation manual. Check local codes before attempting any electrical hookup. System 90's wiring is manufactured to comply with UL requirements. Local codes may have different wiring requirements. It is the responsibility of the customer to have modifications and on-site wiring completed by a licensed electrician. A label on each ballast tells the amperage load. Calculate the amperage to determine the number and size of circuits required for each installation. An electrical requirement sheet is supplied in every information packet. Recommended wiring instructions. The secondary wires of each ballast and lamp assembly are factory wired and tested. To wire the primary side of the ballast, remove the plastic moisture barrier. The supplied conduit whip needs routed through the sign cabinet behind the raceways from one ballast box to the next. Primary wiring connections are then made inside of each ballast box. Secure the flexible conduit to each rib to comply with UL requirements. Lamp installation. Install all of the DHO fluorescent lamps into the lamp sockets and test for proper illumination before installation of the flexible fascia. The bottom raceways are labeled with the correct lamp length to be used for that section. Electrical information troubleshooting. Ballast information. For ballast troubleshooting, reference page 10 of the installation manual. Flexible fascia carrier assembly. System 90 flexible backlit fascia is installed using tools provided by Sharpline. Step 1. Remove the carrier components from the shipping container and place on a clean surface. The roll of flexible fascia is clearly marked, showing the top edge. Place the aluminum rod through the plastic caps in the core of the flexible fascia roll as shown. Step 2. On the bottom side of the flexible fascia roll, slide the metal support disc and then the bottom platform member of the carrier onto the 1-inch aluminum rod. Step 3. Next, slide the collar onto the aluminum rod to secure the bottom platform member. Use a 3/16" Allen wrench to tighten the collar onto the aluminum rod. Step 4. Place the top triangular member onto the aluminum rod flush with the top plastic cap in the core of the flexible fascia roll. Step 5. Slide the collar onto the aluminum rod to rest directly above the top triangular member. Use a 3/16" Allen wrench to tighten the collar onto the aluminum rod. The carrier assembly is now complete. Installation steps of the flexible fascia. Step 1. In preparation for flexible fascia installation, remove all the bottom spring covers. It is important to keep the spring covers in an orderly fashion so they can easily be reinstalled in the location they were removed from. Step 2. Referencing the plot plan, always work from left to right when installing the flexible fascia. The installer is responsible for checking proper placement of logos or legends according to the dimensions referenced on the plot plan. Step 3. Hang the carrier with the flexible fascia on the installed cabinets. The top carrier member rollers will rest in the top extrusion of the cabinets. Secure a safety rope to the carrier as a precaution. Position the carrier approximately 10 feet to the right of the starting point. Step 4. Unroll the flexible face and align the start of fascia marker at the left-hand corner. Using clamps with protective ends, clamp the flexible face to the top extrusion. Make sure to start the flexible face even and level with the same amount of overlap on the top and bottom extrusion. The top and bottom of the flexible fascia must be spring tensioned at the same time. Step 5. Cut a 1/4 inch slit through the sewn hem of the flexible fascia. It is important that you do not cut through the hem stitching. Step 6. Insert one 1/4 inch rod into the hem at the top and the bottom of the flexible fascia. Step 7. Hook a spring over the rail inside of the aluminum extrusion with the loop end of the spring out toward the flexible fascia. Next, hook the loop end of the spring around the shaft of the awl and place the point of the awl through the flexible fascia hem in which the 1/4 inch rod has been inserted. This creates a hole for the spring to penetrate through the flexible fascia and hook onto the rod. Lever the awl toward the flexible fascia, thus stretching the spring and allowing it to slide down the shaft of the awl. Work the spring hook through the hole in the flexible fascia until it pops into place around the steel rod. The spring spacing is critical to provide an even distribution of tension on the flexible fascia. Space springs 9 inches apart on 12 to 36 inch tall sign cabinets. Space springs 8 inches apart on 40 to 60 inch tall sign cabinets. At the insertion of a new rod, place a spring within 2 inches on both sides of the break. Step 8. Spring tension 6 feet of the flexible fascia on the top and bottom extrusion. This will give the horizontal stretchers enough tension to pull against. Step 9. Small puckers can be worked out by clamping duckbill vice grips to the flexible fascia hem with the inserted rod. Gently tap the vice grips with a hammer until the pucker disappears. To continue installing flexible fascia, make another 1/4 inch slit in the hem of the flexible fascia where the previous rod ends. Insert the next 1/4 inch rod into the top and bottom hem of the flexible fascia. Step 2. Move down the cabinets a maximum of 15 feet and install the horizontal stretchers. Clamp the back vice grip closest to the handle and then clamp the front vice grip to the hem on the flexible fascia. By squeezing the handle of the top and bottom stretchers equally, you will apply the proper horizontal tension needed. Do not tighten more than can be achieved by hand. Step 3. Once horizontal tension has been applied, the flexible fascia is ready for spring tensioning. Continue moving the carrier, the clamps, and the stretchers down the extrusion of the cabinet. Do not allow the carrier to get more than 15 feet away from the work area. Before going around a corner, be sure all springs are installed and the fascia is wrinkle-free. Step 4. At each corner, the carrier will need to be removed and placed on the next elevation. Step 5. Use a pair of bolt cutters to cut the steel rod approximately 2 inches short of the corner to allow the hem of the flexible fascia and springs enough room to recess properly in the aluminum extrusion. Step 6. Square seamless outside corners. Use caution when making the first horizontal stretch after you have rounded the corner. The horizontal tension needed to keep the flexible fascia tight will almost always pull the clear acrylic vertical support slightly to one side. This is easily straightened by using the palm of your hand to push the support back into alignment from the outside after the flexible fascia has been spring tensioned. For square-seamed outside corners, stretch the flexible fascia tight to the outside edge of the vertical aluminum support. Attach flexible fascia with rivets or small self-drilling Tek screws every 4 inches along the vertical support of the corner. Trim the excess flexible fascia once it's secured and install the metal trim piece with provided screws to finish out the corner. For square-seamed inside corners, thread the flexible fascia through the gap between the two vertical supports. Use duckbill vice grips to stretch the fascia tight. Attach the flexible fascia with rivets or small self-drilling Tek screws every 4 inches along the vertical support of the corner. Trim the excess flexible fascia once it's secured and install the metal trim piece with the provided screws to finish out the corner. Round seamless outside corners. The 1/4 inch rod will need to be formed into a radius and pie-shaped sections removed from the fascia hem to prevent puckers. Use caution when making the first horizontal stretch after you have rounded the corner. Excessive horizontal tension will almost always cause the flexible fascia to cup into the corner. Step 7. Once the flexible fascia is installed, the next step is to secure the ends of the flexible fascia. Stretch and attach the flexible fascia to the exposed 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch vertical aluminum frame rib using 3/4 inch by 10/16 Tek screws provided, spaced 6 inches apart. Once flexible fascia is secure and wrinkle-free, cut away the excess fascia to allow the end cap to fit tight and flush with the front edge. Installation of trim, tops, and spring cover. Metal end cap installation. Be sure the cap fits tight and flush along the front vertical edge. This is necessary to prevent light leaks and achieve a finished appearance. Metal top installation. The metal tops now need to be installed. It is necessary to remove the white paper liner from the gasket material on the metal tabs between each section. To ensure a better seal, all top seams need to be caulked. Remember, when installing the tops, use 3/4 inch by 10/16 Tex screws on 12-inch centers front and back and 3 at the joint of each top panel. Spring cover installation. Reinstall the spring cover trim on the bottom of the flexible backlit fascia cabinets. Cold weather advisory. When the temperatures are below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, reference the System 90 installation manual, page 22, for important information on cold weather fascia installation. Care and maintenance. The life of your System 90 flexible backlit fascia depends on the care and maintenance. Reference page 23 in the System 90 installation manual for important information. Installation summary. Located on the inside back cover of the installation manual is a required checklist before the job is considered completed. Forward the installation manual to the owner or manager of the facility that Sharpline's System 90 signage has been installed. This concludes Sharpline's System 90 installation video. All of us at Sharpline strive to be the leader in the field of designing, developing, marketing, and manufacturing graphic image products. Through team cooperation and superior service, build a safe, secure, and profitable business for the benefit of all employees and customers.